Hi everyone, it's Linda McKenna from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services coming to you today with Tuesday Talks. We're finishing off the month, though it has been recognized the whole month, that Mental Health Awareness Month is in May. And unfortunately, mental health has a stigma, and it has been around for duration of years. But unfortunately, it is not recognized by a lot of people, or they don't believe it's in existence because it has started to change the stigma. Thank God that we're addressing folks' needs for mental illness, and we're getting them the help that they really need and really deserve. So what we're talking about is not only being aware of mental health, but what means do we have to help those that are suffering from such disparities. And I want to talk about how it was first celebrated in 1949 by the Committee of Mental Hygiene, and later on it was called the National Mental Health Association. And it was founded by Clifford Whittingham Bears. Bears was born in 1876 in Connecticut, and he was one of 5 children in his family who suffered from mental illness and psychological distress. All of them went on to spend time at mental institutions, and it was from his hospital admittance that he discovered that mental health field had a notorious reputation for malpractice, maltreatment, and immense bias. Bears went on to author A Mind That Found Itself, which is a bestseller even today. Gaining popularity and support from mental professionals, Bear founded the National Committee for Mental Hygiene. Bears and his colleagues at the association wanted to find ways to make sure that mental health patients not only received the right care, but also did not feel alone in their fight against mental illness. Since 1949, each year, a theme is selected to be highlighted and celebrated in May. Recent years have seen themes like Do More for 1 in 4, Before Staged 4, Nature. During the month, various events are held and covered by media and well-known figures like politicians and actors. Mental Health America also diligently releases a mental health toolkit for outreach activities. So since we concentrate a lot on seniors, there's dementia and there's Alzheimer's, but a lot of them suffer from a lot of other mental illnesses that may be schizophrenia or bipolar, but certainly anxiety and depression is very prevalent in their lives. So we have to make sure that we recognize that so they are treated with the right medications and get into them to the right intervention of doctors. So 5 facts about anxiety disorder that will blow your mind. 1, anxiety is the most common. In the United States, anxiety disorder is the most common form of mental illness. 2, very few people seek treatment. Anxiety disorder is treatable in many cases, but only 6% of people opt to get help. 3, multiple factors cause anxiety, from brain activities to genetics to life events. A host of factors can lead to a person developing an anxiety disorder. 4, anxiety from a young age. The National Institution of Mental Health states that 8% of American teenagers already have an anxiety disorder in their lives already. Number 5, exercise to fight anxiety. Many studies have proven that little boost of energy from exercise can help lessen the effects of anxiety and disorder. Yes, it's a change maybe not only in the environment, but an activity keeps your mind focused on something else. So you're not only your mental well-being, but it's your physical well-being that is really in charge at that point in time. Mental Illness Awareness Month facts. What are some mental illness helpline numbers. There is many of them that are around. I will actually put a report on Facebook that there is numbers that you can call. There's a lot of local organizations in your area, which is called NAMI, National Association of Mental Illness. And believe it or not, they are so great in each of the communities, and it's a free service to yourself. But they also help greatly with support and resources. There's many suicide crisis lines as well as suicide prevention. What are 4 types of mental illness? According to Medline Plus, some types of mental disorders are anxiety disorders, including panic disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, and phobias. Depression, bipolar disorder, and other mood disorders. Eating disorders, personality disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder. This you'll find very prevalent a lot with our seniors, especially our veterans that have PTSD, especially those that have been conflicted with Vietnam, that were there and they witnessed a lot and didn't seek out help when they came home. And some choose to suppress it and comes out in later years as well too. So post-traumatic syndrome, stress disorder is very, very prevalent. And sometimes you find that even amongst first responders, they witness things that when they come upon an accident, a drowning, whatever that it may be, they're witnessing a lot. And it's very hard to let that go. Psychotic disorders, including schizophrenia, as we were talking about. What is the color of Mental Health Month? It is represented by green ribbon. Why we love Mental Health Awareness Month. It is a celebration of mental health, not ignored. We're celebrating it and engaging in it. And in order to enjoy a fullness of life, we need to take care of ourselves and find the mental and physical rehabilitation that we can be able to dissipate the plague of it and the stigma of it as well. It's a celebration of changing attitudes. I couldn't agree with that anymore. As I said, the word stigma is changing the attitude, is about addressing it and not suppressing it and dealing with the issues at hand. It's a celebration of humans. We all have different events in our lives, and the way we handle it is very differently. Some become very depressed, some become very more proactive. So we should really treat each individual individually. So it's not that, oh, this one fits in this actual puzzle piece as well. So, there is a lot of things out there that you can read. There's journals, there's magazines, there's books. There is so much literature on this to be educated on. And the more mental power we have, the more that we can make sure that we have a better quality of life. How do we observe Mental Health Awareness Month? I thought this is very, very prevalent, is to take care of yourself. And life has numerous ups and downs, as we were just talking about. And some are solvable and some are not. I was just having a conversation with a friend. And if it's somebody else's issues or negativity, you bring it into your life, you are now owning that negativity. So staying away from that environment is the best for not only your mental health, but your physical well-being. So staying away from that negative pull to you and being brought into it is something that really helps our mental health, is push it away and not deal with it. Take care of your loved ones. Again, we all are taking care of our senior loved ones. And you know what? They are depressed. There's a lot of things that they're witnessing on TV now, especially with our country, the world, who's at war, the poverty, a lot of stuff that they had witnessed when they were growing up in the 40s and 50s and 60s, whatever that it may be, is that it's circling back again. And it's very hard for them to absorb all that. A loss of a spouse, definitely depression. A loss of their independence, definitely something that affects them with anxiety and depression as well. So, taking care of our loved ones is important, but in order for you to keep on going, taking care of your loved one, you need to take care of yourself. You need a break. You need sometimes being a caregiver, you need to have a little vacation and a little peace of mind for yourself. So senior living is a great component to help our senior loved ones that need constant care. Maybe a respite stay or maybe placing them would be ideal. So this way when you're visiting them, you become a visit rather than the caretaker. Your relationship will change there as well. But your mental health is just important. Talk about it. Talk about mental health is very, very important, especially during this month and always, because if you don't talk about it, it is something that is an enigma. If I don't talk about it, I don't have to deal with it. It is a good discussion to have with your senior loved one. Mom, Dad, it is okay to be depressed. I understand what you're going through. And if you have those conversations, it does lighten the subject matter, and it's also relief for them. I just had a client that celebrated her 90th birthday. All her family came in from all over for her 90th birthday. As they all gathered, she goes, okay, I'm done. Meaning that I don't want to carry on anymore. And the reason why is because she was existing. She felt as being a burden to the rest of her family. And she just didn't have nothing to look forward to. I'm proud to say that she's in senior living. She started a garden club. She's effervescent. She is so happy. And the daughter reports to me that she got her mother back. And it's so enjoyable to see her now as a visit rather than it being a chore, as what the mother thought. So, you know what? If you don't know, you don't know. So that's why reading up on mental illness is important. Actually talking about it is just as important. Engaging in it and finding a remedy is the most important. So thank you for listening to Tuesday Talks with Linda McKenna of Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. Next month brings us a whole host of awareness and other topics. As always, I lead you to my website, which is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. There you will find my demographics, my bio, testimonials, various options, also some resources, and a whole library of all these talks for the last 6.5 years that you can go through that some topic might be really important to you. If you have an idea and we haven't spoken about it yet, please send me an email, send me a text, and say, hey, Linda, I really want you to look into this topic and want us to talk about it. By all means, it could be helping not only yourself, but somebody else as well that would like to have that discussion. Thank you for tuning in to Tuesday Talks, and have a blessed, a mental enriched day, and a really, really wonderful week, okay? Thank you so much, and thank you for tuning in. Till next week, be blessed. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.